7 o'clock. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Happy the day your life is going to change for the better. How about that? Why not? Don't argue with me. I'm all about that, changing your life for the better. It's been a day, if you've had the news on at all, it's been a challenging day. Today was the day they still are, near as I can figure, confirming the votes of the Electoral College and confirming Joe Biden's election as President of the United States, according to the Electoral College and according to the Senate and the House that okay that. And that's all that was supposed to have happened today. But that's not all that happened. A lot went on. And I think some of it will be in the history books, so I don't need to repeat it. I'm just happy to be here with you at this stage. Good evening, Dana. Good evening, Jennifer. Yes, oh lordy darling, you made it. Yes, you did. Here you are, and I'm very glad that you are. Is Mr. Kirk with you, or will he be joining us at some point? We miss him when he's not here, Mr. Kirk. Susan, darling, hello, Happy New Year. Let's all just take a deep breath. It's been a day. That's better. That always helps. Just breathing. Brilliant, brilliant idea on God's part, I think, this breathing thing. It really does make a difference. It really does. When we remember to do it. And sometimes we need to remember to do it a little more deeply and a little bit more consciously than we normally do, don't we? So today has been a breathing day. Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. That's what I tell my brides just before a wedding. I start about a week before the wedding. Don't forget to breathe. I understand it helps. And you'd be amazed at the number of brides who have told me later that that's what got them through their week. Just, okay, breathe, breathe. So, here we are on a historic, I guess, Wednesday night. Certainly a historic Wednesday. Lots going on, lots happening. Rioting in D.C., just outside the Congress. Oh my. Tell Kirk he can give us all a report on it when he's ready to do that. I have off and on watched all this history being made on television off and on most of the day. I'm not big into doom scrolling, and there's a point at which it all kind of gets to me, and I think, ugh. It's not that I'm denying reality, it's that I don't choose to always watch it.
Doom scrolling?
Doom scrolling. Look it up.
Oh, look it up.
Doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling.
It's a real word. It's a real word. If Seth Godin has used it, it's a real word.
Doom scrolling.
Uh-huh. Doom scrolling. She thinks I made it up. Hold on. I'm going to...
Oh, I see. Okay.
Doom scrolling. Doom scrolling. Seth Godin. July 20th, 2020. Being informed is a virtue, he says. It helps us make better decisions and encourages us to take action. Getting hooked on an endless scroll of media inputs is not the same thing as being informed. There's long been a business model of urgent news, man bites dog. But now it's even been leveraged, amplified, and optimized to suck people in for hours at a time. And division is much easier to sell than progress. Ooh, remember that quote. Division is much easier to sell than progress. I think I know someone who may have read that. If it's not helping you take action to make things better, Seth asks, what's it for? Doom scrolling. There. I kept that from last July because I thought it was relatively brilliant. But I don't know that I focused on the division is easier to sell. Mm. Mm. Good evening, Heidi. Glad you're here. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, it is a thing. Doom scrolling. So, what's up? What's up? What's going on in your life? We are 6 days, almost 1 week into the new year. Wow, how time flies. How's it going for you? Seth is pretty amazing, isn't he, Heidi? I I love it. I get his daily blog and I get the Tut readings. So, I'm a happy little camper. And I think I own most of his books. They're down on the bottom shelf over there. Oh, Kirk, absolutely not too late. Have you fixed Jennifer's laptop? We know what you're doing at all times. It's important to keep track of Kirk. It is. Never too late. You can join us whenever it is right for you, Kirk. Whenever it is right. You're one of the good ones. We just love you. So anyway, all you missed was my defining sort of doom scrolling, according to Seth Godin. Otherwise, I haven't said a spiritual thing. Oh my goodness, what a day it has been, has it not? We have been okayed to pick up a new kitten tomorrow. So we're very excited about that in this household. He's a little gray and white wonder, and probably the first cat we've ever had whose name doesn't have to be changed. You can. Tallulah was Bianca. Tipsy was Dodger. Mandy went through 4 names before she finally decided she picked Mandy, which was actually Handy Mandy, but we just called her Mandy. Percival was, what was Percival?
Norman.
Norman. No, he wasn't a Norman. He was a Percival. He lived in the forest with his mothers. Yes.
Harmony was, you don't want that one?
Harmony was, you don't want that one. Yes. That she kept saying, you don't want that one. She's feral. She'll never be a good pet. She'll like the other cats, but she'll never like you. Well, she was my baby. Harmony was. She was my sweetheart. But the one we are picking up tomorrow has already been named, wait for it, Spirit. Eek! Don't you just love it? I think the next one's going to have to be Lovey because I've got shirts to match it. But good is, Spirit's fabulous.
Spirit's fabulous.
Spirit's fabulous. We love it. He's a cute little gray and white fella. And we're very excited about him. So, yeah, the daily blog, Heidi, isn't that Seth's daily blog is off the charts. Kirk is still wrestling with, I'm going to assume that the devil is the laptop. They can be devilish, I know that. Okay. Yay, Spirit comes home. Yes, we're very excited. Good question, Susan. Susan says, so the saying God doesn't give you more than you can handle if that's the wording, and it pretty much is, what's my thought on that? God doesn't give it to us. The bad stuff. Oh, I'd like to blame God, and I have shook my fist in that direction more than once. But God doesn't give us that stuff. Decisions that we make, choices that we make, and sometimes just the world that we move through creates this stuff. There's an emotional and a mental atmosphere that surrounds us, and it creates stuff. A woman was killed today. A woman was killed today. Might have been more than one by now. Last time I listened, it was one person was killed today. Inside the Congress by someone. Because she showed up. Now her family is going to hurt. Did God give them that? No, I don't think so. She made a choice. They may not see it that way. Probably won't see it that way. But she made a choice to be there knowing that there would be armed insurgents. Did she choose to die? No, I don't think so. I doubt that she thought it through that far. So what's my thought on that? My thought on that really is that we can handle almost anything. We are resilient, amazingly resilient. But I don't think God dumps things on us to see if we have a breaking point. I think our choices, our choices, our selections, our decisions put us in places and situations where we face things. I'm email conversing with a good friend, a lady I love very much today, and her kitten died this morning. And her heart is breaking. I know the feeling. We lost 4 pets last year. My heart breaks thinking about how much pain she's in. But God's not doing that to me. I'm choosing to be empathetic. I'm choosing to be sympathetic. God's not doing it to me. You know, if we try to stop amorphizing God and making it a person or person-like and allow it to be a force in our head, I think we get out of that idea of it's choosing to do things to us, for us, and realize instead that it is a force for good. It is life-affirming, it is growth-affirming, it is empowering, it is all of those things. And it is a force that moves in and through each one of us and all things. And we can direct it, which is pretty exciting. We can direct it and we can choose. And I think we can choose as well to be overwhelmed, devastated, hurt, sad, powerful. All of those things, choices on our part. And I think the people who came up with the phrase, God doesn't give you more than you can handle, were in another time and frame of mind, and found that phrase to be soothing somehow. Because what it says underneath, isn't it? That you are strong enough to handle whatever the situation is. That you are powerful enough. That you are great enough to handle whatever it is that's going on. And God won't give you more than you can handle. The unsaid part being, of course, that you can handle anything. Does that answer your question? Let me know. Let me know, because if it doesn't, I'll talk about it some more. Right now, what I'd like to talk about is an article that I ran across the other day that I had clipped, God knows when. It doesn't have a date on it, but I think it was sometime last year. I'm still trying to pull the good out of 2020, so bear with me. And I loved it then, but I didn't know where to go with it. So I tucked it away, as I do with these things, until it calls to me or speaks to me, which it did. And I want to share it with you. I have played with it a bit. It is some the words of the original author and some mine. You'll probably notice which ones are mine. You guys know me well enough. The original article was called Curiosity by a gentleman named Michael Jameson. And it had this really lovely graphic in it of an ice cream cone with kind of a golden rainbow over the top of it. And the words, I live in a world of wonder. But its subtitle was Building Curiosity into Your Spiritual Practice. So the article begins with the very familiar quote, one we all learned as children, I'm sure. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. That incidentally claims to be anonymous, so I don't have to give credit to anyone for that. This probably early 20th century saying implies that an enlivening, return from death kind of satisfaction can be had by satisfying our natural curiosity. Now, the warning, curiosity killed the cat, never slowed me down and probably never stifled anyone's curiosity. Because if you're paying attention, you get that the truth of it is that curiosity motivated the cat. Got the cat up and moving and checking things out. Just as curiosity motivates people. Except maybe people who are not fearlessly self-confident. What holds a lot of people back from venturing out of their comfort zone and satisfying their curiosity is a fear of the unknown. Yes? Yes. What'll happen if I do that? What will become of me if I go there? Yet, curiosity has empowered explorers of every kind throughout the ages. It was curiosity that motivated sailors of long ago to travel out of the sight of land. Can you imagine how frightened they must have been? Sailing away from their safe harbor, not knowing whether or not they would fall off the edge of the world. Scary stuff. Yet, their curiosity made them go. Can I find this? Can I go there? Scientific understanding advances only because of curiosity. The author says inventions improving the quality of physical life are inspired by curiosity. What if we did this? What if that does that? What if we did this and then that did that and then, everybody's very excited because we have vaccines now. for COVID. And you got to know that's how it came about. We know this, and if we did that, then this might, well, let's see. This is how humanity evolves and nations develop. The author says curiosity drove the westward expansion of the United States. While replicating Lewis and Clark's westward travels, William Least Heatmoon, oh, there's a name, contemplated a favorite quotation from Alastair Reid. Only the curious have, if they live, a tale worth telling. Now that if they live part might be off-putting to some, I suppose, but only to those who are immune to wonder and discovery. In those special wonder-struck moments, we become as curious as a cat. And we truly are alive. Have you ever had one of those moments when you really couldn't believe your eyes? A moment when you saw or thought you saw or heard or felt, when that was so out of the ordinary that you just had to rub your eyes and squeeze them together really tight and shake your head just to make sure that you were really seeing what you seemed to be seeing? And then what did you do? Did you shake it off and just assume that it was coincidence or a delusion? Or did you check into it some more? My fabulous grandpuppy, who passed a few years ago, used to bark at other dogs on television. And he would watch the show and bark at them and just and sing along with the commercials. But if the puppy that he was watching ran off screen, he ran around to the back of the TV to see if they were there. He did. Really. Now, I know he's not the only dog to have done that. He was a brilliant dog, but I do know that I've heard of other dogs doing that. But curiosity is what makes them get up from their comfortable place watching the thing and go see if they can find the other animal. Dogs are very much guided by their sense of smell, and yet the puppy on TV has no smell. It's a visual. Where did it go? So they get creative. Maybe it's behind the TV. I'll go look. Curiosity is the stimulus that promotes a creative response. The author says curiosity and creativity are paired like two people on a tandem bike. It's like that. Curiosity steers creativity. Creative artists are driven by curiosity. An artist who is absorbed in his work will forego sleep to work with intense curiosity on a composition, to see how the image held in mind will manifest in reality, to see if his vision is translatable. That translation is then shared with others through his work, sparking creative curiosity within them. In this way, artistry reaches out to inspire others to see what they can do, inspires their curiosity to find out if they can manifest beauty or art or healing or solutions themselves. From the mundane to the magnificent, to the miraculous. From preparing a meal to landing on the moon. Curiosity is the stimulus that promotes a creative response. There's the challenge. I wonder if. Well, let's try it. What we need to know is that curiosity also fuels the drive for personal growth. And it really can't be stifled. If ever you feel stifled in reaching for a goal, in keeping a New Year's resolution, or in getting past a block, understand that your innate curiosity will uncover a way out of the situation. Because curiosity demands growth. Let curiosity call your creativity forth to be of service to your life in finding solutions. The author writes in one of my favorite passages, like a mischievous cat or a river irrepressibly bound for the sea, curiosity will make a way over, around, or through any barrier. Curiosity, he says, is spirit knocking on the window of your soul, saying, take a look at what you could be doing. And because it is spirit delivering the inspiration that curiosity manifests, we have nothing to fear by following through. Again, the author writes, if ever you grow curious about why you do not seem to be making it in life, explore your consciousness in search of attitudes, thoughts, and feelings that could lead to self-sabotage. Well, we know that. But what he says beyond that is this inner scrutiny could be as scary as sailing out of the sight of land. But you need not worry about becoming lost or falling off the edge, for creation has a forgiving design. It's all in the divine plan. So here's what he says to do. Exchange worrying for wondering how to be on the cutting edge of quality living. Your inner guide or spirit reveals the way when with fearless curiosity you seek it. The important thing, he says, is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. And one cannot help but be in awe when we contemplate the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery each day. I love all of this. Michael Jameson on curiosity. Curiosity is more important than knowledge. Albert Einstein, who also said, old man's advice to youth, never lose a holy curiosity. Stephen Hawking, remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. And however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. It matters that you don't just give up. So Eleanor Roosevelt said, I think at a child's birth, if a mother could ask a fairy godmother to endow it with the most useful gift, that gift would be curiosity. I've been a minister for over 30 years. I've done a lot of baptisms, for children especially. I've even baptized some of you, haven't I? If you've been present for one of the children's baptisms, you know that I give the child a magic wand. And I say to the parents and godparents, In fairy tales, there are often godparents who appear at baptisms and, waving their magic wands, bestow wonderful gifts upon the child. Life may not be as perfect as a fairy tale, but there is a spiritual reality to it. And we are told that what we bind on earth is bound in heaven. So I ask you tonight to look into your heart and find what you have in abundance. And I ask you to claim that special gift. Really recognize that you have it and claim it. You may be blessed with an abundance of love or health or prosperity or faith or grace. What you claim is yours to choose. I ask of you only that in your experience of life, you continually affirm that gift as your reality. And then look again into your heart and find what you feel you don't have enough of. Curiosity. Perhaps. Courage to follow through. Faith in your own creative power. What is it that you would like to affirm for yourself? Eleanor Roosevelt says she thinks curiosity would be the best choice, but you choose. Are you curious about curiosity? Are you ready to claim for yourself the courage to step into the new year, the new world, your new life, with all your guns blazing? Clarissa Pinkola Estes, who wrote Women Who Run with the Wolves, said practice listening to your intuition, your inner voice. Ask questions. She said, be curious. See what you see, hear what you hear, and then act upon what you know to be true. These intuitive powers were given to your soul at birth, she writes. Or by your fairy godmother when the time was appropriate. Damien Eccles, who wrote Life After Death, said, those with less curiosity or ambition just mumble that God works in mysterious ways. I intend to catch him in the act. Let us do that then. Let us do that. Let us look around each corner. Let us delve into the mysteries and the mysterious. Let us stare wide-eyed in awe of the wonder and the beauty that constantly surrounds us, hoping every moment to catch God in the act of creation, that we may accordingly find unlimited ways to express our divine birthright and be creative as well. Let us never cease exploring. Let us never stop believing. Let us pray. Breathe. Creator of all life, I dedicate these curious ones to your care. May perfect intelligence guide them. May unfailing light protect them. May the unlimited power of curiosity fuel their minds. May divine creativity be their lifelong companion. And may their journey be accompanied always with love, as it is today. I behold God within each of you. Never can you be separated from the divine presence that is your very life. You are the joy of God expressed. May you always know that God's love enfolds you, that God's strength upholds you, that God's wisdom will fire your curiosity and lead you in paths of wonder. Namaste. The God within me sees and recognizes the God within you. For the Spirit within you is the God within us all. For this sacred remembrance, for the blessing of your life, for all the wisdom and wonders that surround you, for the creative curiosity that guides you. For your presence here and now, as it is meant to be, I give thanks. And know it is so. And so it is. Amen. Heidi, I just read your words. I now stand at a crossroad. I am ready to leave as it no longer supports my empowerment. It makes me a bit sad as my empowerment is not wanted. Oh, but it is. Just not there. Sometimes we have to leave even those things that we love and care about. as our soul calls us. You know, Ernest Holmes said nature will not allow us to stay in one place too long. We stay just long enough. For the empowerment and the growth of our soul. It's not always easy to say goodbye. But when you know you have to, you must. And know that you are being called to something, not away from something. Being called to your greatness. Sure. Jennifer needs a wand. I love reading what you all write while I'm babbling on. You could do this without me, you know. You're brilliant. You are all just brilliant. I stir the pot a little. I think that's my job. And I love how you support one another. And I love my wands. I've had them for many years. I only have a few left. They live with children. So, my friends, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? It starts with the Love. Like my little shirt. Christmas present. It comes with a mask that also says love on it. It starts with love. Loving yourself enough to do what you know you need to do. And you know. Thank you, Susan. I love this shirt too. And Susan, I wanted to respond to what you wrote. You know, sometimes we look around and go, what? I didn't ask for this. But on some level, some choices have pointed us in that direction, and that's what was there when we got there. We don't always know what we're walking into, certainly. In fact, I think we rarely know what we're really walking into. We don't have all the information yet. But, you know, we are who we are, and curiosity or a sense of wanting to feel empowered, or any one of those strong emotions projects us forward. And we end up where we thought we were going to go, but it doesn't look anything like we thought it was going to look. But then comes the challenge. Then comes the gift, if you are willing to find it, to call it forth. You know, some of my favorite words are, there must be a gift in here somewhere. If I've got it, there must be a gift in here somewhere. Look for the gift. Oh, my little Layla got engaged yesterday in Santa Barbara. She was just up the hill from me, or just, yeah, well, up the highway. Oh, tell her congratulations. Please, please, please. Is she old enough? I know. I know. I know. I know. Look at all of us excited. Look at all of us excited. Our little Layla, who I've seen pictures of, and yes, she's old enough and she's beautiful. You did good, daughter, Miss Laney. You did real good, daughter. Just amazes me that I turned my back on it for a minute and everybody grew up. Brenda's Jennifer has 3 boys now. Breathe. Breathe. Oh. Well, for sure, Lainey, please, please, please tell Ayla how thrilled we all are. And if she needs a minister, just saying. I'll put it out there. I do good wedding. Don't I, those of you that I have married? There's a few of you on this list. Yes, you did a good job, baby. You did a real good job. 34? Surely. She's catching up with me. I'm standing still. She's catching up with me. So, my friends, another Wednesday. Curious about next Wednesday? Curious about Sunday? Well, come along. Come along. Come along and bring friends. Thank you, Dana. I do good wedding. I love to do weddings. I love to. One of the sad things for me about this whole staying home and staying in place and social distancing and whatnot has been how many weddings were canceled or postponed or whatever. That's sad. That's sad. I've done a few. Good, Dana, please keep me in touch. Let me know what's going on with John. I'll just keep praying till I hear from you. They're in such good hands these days. It's just getting into the hospital now that's the problem, and being safe while you're there. So keep me posted, please, on John's progress and what's going on. We will be gone in the morning and early afternoon because we are going to go pick up our kitten. Spirit, don't you love it? We're going to have T-shirts.
Okay.
T-shirts that say Spirit is a cat.
Sure.
Something like that. Because Spirit is. Maybe with its little picture on it. Little gray and white kitty's very cute. Very cute. And at the same time, thinking about my friend who lost her cat today. Flower.
Oh.
So we're going to hold Flower in our hearts with love and her mommy. And I'm sending our whole tribe. I told her I was going to send our whole tribe because we have way too many over there now on the other side of the Rainbow Bridge. But I told her mommy that I would send our tribe to go meet Flower when she crosses the bridge so that she knows she has friends already. Thank you, Susan. Yes, I'm sure it will be. He's really cute. He's little. How old is he?
4 months.
He's 4 months old, so he's a little bit bigger than a handful. white with gray spots and gray markings. He's very cute. We're down to one gray cat, one white with gray spots and markings, and one that's kind of white and blended gray. We're in a rut.
Susan wants to have a kitty shower.
Oh, Susan, you are too cute. Thank you, Heidi. That's right. Oh, I forgot, darling. I forgot you lost one, too. It's been a hard year for us cat lovers, hasn't it? Dana lost one this year. Yeah, so if the gang on the other side would look for Flower, we're going to keep them busy over on that other side. He'll go meet Flower when she steps off the bridge. A kitty shower. I like that idea. I'm not sure what a kitty shower looks like, but I think it's a good idea.
I think there's a lot of catnip involved.
The catnip involved. Ah, okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, we're all gonna register at PetSmart. Funny.
Oh, we were actually there yesterday, twice, as a matter of fact.
We got him his tag.
We were
ready.
looking for his little. All of our animals have a heart tag, and we were sure we got it at PetSmart. And we did. They were just out of the one that we wanted. So we went over to Petco to see if maybe they had the one we wanted, which they didn't. So we went back to PetSmart. And instead of a gold heart, Spirit is going to have a purple heart.
With a
Yes?
purple collar.
With a purple collar, of course. Of course. One of these days. Harmony had a different colored collar.
I have a song to post.
We
so
all
let me
do
know when
love
it's done.
her, Kirk. We all do. We know. You guys are writing more faster than I can read.
Will you be baptizing Spirit?
Well, I'd be baptizing a cat. Let me think on that. I don't think they need to be baptized. Well, nobody needs to be baptized. That goes back to the purple gorilla. Yes, a royal color. A royal purple gorilla. Let me think about that. Maybe just a little touch on the head.
Why don't you baptize him on one Wednesday night for everybody to be there?
Maybe, okay, there's an idea. The tech department suggests that kitty dipping. Okay, that's funny, Dana. Suggested that maybe we'll baptize Spirit on a Wednesday night so that everybody can be there. Her whole spiritual family, his whole spiritual family. I got it into my head that he was a she early on, and so I'm correcting my vocabulary. Not quite there yet. I'll get there. I'll get that. Perfect. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, my friends, gosh, we've already prayed, and I've talked.
Well, let him go because I'm posting a great song.
Okay, so the tech department says it has a great song for you, and I should release you to it. So, Demi Lovato and that scary picture?
Well,
The song's great. Okay.
She's a millennial. She can't help herself.
And we're all not. Here's a song for empowerment and confidence. Driving and solid,
Yeah.
it says.
Good.
Okie dokie. In that case, my darlings, I set you free. I have to get up early tomorrow to go get spirited. I love you. I'll see you Sunday. Bring friends. It's good for all of us. Okay? Let's party. I love it. Let's party indeed. Um, you're on. Whatever it is you want, we'll do it. I love you. I'm leaving. Click on the link. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. See you Sunday.